What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray, back with another CHH today. And guys, we just gonna talk about JGivens, the former Christian hip-hop humble beast artist. We're just gonna talk about his rise and also his departure from Christian hip-hop and how now he lives his life with the LGBTQ community. So before I start, man, I have a daily vlog on my IGTV. So please go to my IGTV, check it out. Every day I'm giving you some nuggets. And also please hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Let's make it to 1,000. But without further ado, let's get back to JGivens and what happened to JGivens. So basically, here's a little information we got on JGivens. It's his real name is Jeremy Timothy Givens. He goes by the stage name JGivens. He's an American Christian hip-hop musician, formerly known as Christian hip-hop. He's formerly known, by the way. He has released 3 studio albums, Run in 2011, L vs. Envy in 2013, and Fly Exam in 2015. He was born in Los Angeles, California, to Brenda Banks. His mother moved to Las Vegas, Nevada when Givens was 5 years old to remove the family from the presence of gang life. Givens obtained his bachelor's degree from the University of Southern California in mechanical engineering at the School of Engineering. JGivens' music career started in 2008, and his debut studio album Run was released in July 22nd, 2011 independently. His subsequent studio album Eli vs. Envy was released in August 6, 2013 independently. His third and most recent studio album Fly Exam was released on September 25th, 2015 with Humble Beast Recordings. In 2016, JGivens was featured on Lecrae's mixtape Church Close 3, performing the song Misconception 3 along Lecrae, John Gives, and JGivens. So it's John Gives and Jackie Hill Perry. And let's get into Fly Exam real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because Fly Exam was the album that really put JGivens on the map. So this was the third studio album from JGivens. Humble Beast Recording released an album for September 25th, 2015. And then a critical reception. It says awarded the album 4 stars at Jesus Freaks Hideout. Kevin Hoskins stated, Jay keeps it fully creative but still managed to keep most of the tracks on point, and they come out well. Randy, Mr. Hip Hop Mason, gives the album an 88% for Jesus. Wired writes Fly Exam brilliantly begins prior to pressing play, as the cover art possesses a substantial part of the whole experience. Overall, Fly Exam is the well-told story about the flight and plight of humanity. It equally entertaining as it is convincing. JGivens and Humble Beast once again raises the bar with the creative efforts delivered in excellence. Rate the album 4 stars from Real Gospel. Charlene Dollar says, overall, Fly Exam is a work of art. It is crafted. It is a well-crafted album from start to finish in production and content. So this the records off of Fly Exam, super low key. What else? It was Fahrenheit 99. So Fly. So with that being said, in July 18, 2016, Humble Beast published a letter written by JGivens, who announced his departure from the label. And then this is, what Rapzilla reported in the letter. JGivens profusely thanked the leadership, artists, and employees of the label, as well as his fans' support. In September 2015, Humble Beast released his label debut album, Fly Exam, which was critically acclaimed and debuted at number 19 on the Billboard's rap album charts. Even with the free availability on Humble Beast's website. So here's the letter that JGivens wrote. He said, I remember stumbling upon a command that had been printed on the very thin sheet that read, give to him who asks you, and from him who wants to borrow from you, do not turn away. Though simply put and straightforward, I suddenly felt the zeal in my spirit wrestle with the resistance within about the departure in the depths of my heart. As an exercise, I use my last name to remind me of this unrelenting command that Jesus Christ stated in the book of Matthew. Shortly after I met a crew of devout believers that were so passionate about radically giving and the story of the unlimited gift that is the gospel of Jesus Christ, that my life and growing years as a younger adult would be forever impacted spiritually and artistically. In the spring of 2014, I was radically gifted the opportunity to partner with Humble Beach Records, and what an experience that has been. I was immediately booked for a robust tour schedule with my mentors and new label mates, Propaganda and DJ Effecto. I can effortlessly reflect on the intimate discipleship, love, support, time, resources, money, sweat, tears, pain, storms, trials, and victories that those two have submitted themselves to for the sake of others. But what proves to be even more remarkable is the character type would immediately prove itself through the whole hive of new lifetime friends, colleagues. Thomas, Terry, Brian, Winchester, Courtney, Ubin, he states everybody, including Jackie Hill, Eshawn Burgundy. That's back when Humble Beast had a lot of artists. It says, as a developing artist, young man, the leadership and guidance in the Christ-like pursuit of excellence in art, evangelistic, and theology were moreover what any single early 20s unemployed rap novice needs just desperately in developing in character and career. I cannot begin to tell of the amount of grace given and intensity of the burdens that Thomas and Brian have shared to accomplish such a task. And may God always shine his favor for those two men in special ways. And then he says, basically, his EP came out, and as he was crafting the statement of departure, he basically was just thanking everybody for the departure. So it was bittersweet. And then we kind of got some more information. Last year, there was a rumor going around that he was gay. Somebody hit him up and said, "Yo, Givens, are you gay?" He said, "Yep." So that's how he came out on Twitter. And early this month, JGivens revealed on Twitter as well that he suffers with HIV. And he says, "As a man living with HIV, I'm taken aback right now. I remember when I was younger, people were fight tooth and nail against stem cell research. As a child, I couldn't figure how they would affect me directly until now." And then you got your boy Lecrae said, "Bro, the amount of love I have for you, your story and your life are expiring." And then JGivens wrote, "You too, man. I appreciate the love, support over these years. It made a great difference in my life for sure." So after 2015, you only heard from JGivens as far as different features. Like I said, he was on the same team with Remix with Swoop. He also was on the Misconception 3 off of Church Close 3, and it had John Gibbs, Jackie Perry, and it had JGivens. So what are my thoughts that happened? I think that, and this is with JGivens, I think that this was a struggle his whole life that now just manifested. Look, man, I who I am. I'm a part of this community. This is who I am. And I put a video out a few years, but no, when he came out, I said, "Can I be a gay Christian hip hop artist?" And it was very a rhetorical question. It was more so to start conversation. Because no, I don't feel like if you are of Christ, you should not be indulging in those particular type of different sins. Whether it's homosexual, whether it's stealing, lying, or whether it's anything, you shouldn't be a part of that. But I feel like JGivens, for some odd reason, I think there's still hope for him. And that's why his hashtag is praying for Givens, because you never know, man, what people are doing in his life, what people are pointing to his life. And he said that he's not dying of AIDS. He just has it. He's affected by it. So he's another black man that deals with his life is forever changed by being affected by the disease, but there's still hope. And I think that with JGivens, we're left with somebody who was very artistically gifted, probably one of the most gifted artists in our scene for some time. And I think that is easily anybody, and I'm not just saying JGivens, but anybody that wants to turn away from their sins and repent, they could do the same thing. So I'm not saying because JGivens identifies as being a gay man that we should crucify him because of that. It's just a part of life, man. I think that people, they go their own way, they have some time, but I think the main thing is that we should be praying for Givens. And like I said, fly exam was one of those things that, like, okay, JGivens, I see you now. And then as soon as he gave us that, his life and his choices and everything else just kind of took a toll just took a toll, downhill. And for some people, they may seem like he's at rock bottom, but for him, he may not see it that way. So I'm curious to see what do you think about JGivens. What do you think about his music? Do you think that just because he came out as gay, or because he came out as having HIV, does it change your opinion about his artistically wise? I think he's one of the best in our space, and I think that he just brought a level of just music wise that it was just dope. But hey, there's still hope, and like you said, we should pray for him, pray for Givens. So if you are in the sound of my voice, man, we just need to pray for him and continue to move on. But I'm curious to hear what you got to say. JGivens had 3 albums. Fly Exam was his best one to date. And then he left Humble Beast, which I felt like he really fit Humble Beast and what they were trying to do. But I'm curious to hear from what you got to say. But again, it's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray, back with another CHH Day. What happened to JGivens? I mean, time, pretty much. Time happened. He moves on. He identifies as being a gay man. So I think that right now that's where he stands at. So he found peace in his life. We should pray for him. And hopefully, Lord willing, man, I don't know what can happen. Prayer changes things. But until next time, people.